everybody, welcome back to another edition of Matchbox Mark's Diecast Restorations. So every couple videos I like to go back to Corgi. I have actually been getting into Corgis because they're bigger models and they're really detailed and they're really cool. So anyway, what we have here is a Ghia. I actually bought a set of these, 3 of them. I bought this one and a couple Oldsmobile Toronados. One of the Toronados needs a couple front wheels or rims, and I'm sending that one to my buddy Juan over at Matchbox Resurrection. And so this one here, let's take a look at the bottom and see what we've got. So we've got the Ghia L6.4, 6.4 liter, I'm thinking, engine, Chrysler V8. So this little Ghia, probably back in the day, got up and boogied. So what I like about this is the detail. So let's take a look. So the doors open. And let me see here. And the hood opens. And there's a doggy in the back seat. Look at that. That's a really detailed dog. And the seats go up and down. And if you look inside when I take it apart, we'll be able to look at it closer. It's got the dash and everything. So this will actually be really cool to bring back to its glory. Just because it's a cool casting, and then there's a lot of cool little details in it and everything. So alright, so let's take it apart and see what we've got. Stay tuned. Alrighty, let's see what we got with this old Ghia. So I call my buddy up, of course, because we can't work on the Ghia until we bring it into the shop and it's not drivable. So, of course, here at Matchbox Mark's Restorations, we always practice good safety. Alright, so here we go. Let's offload it. And then off you go, buddy. See you later. Alright, so here we go. So, one thing about the Corgis, as most of you probably already know, the posts are outies. So, kind of got to be really careful when you drill them out. Front one came out pretty good. Back one, a little stubborn, but it eventually always gives. So, let's take a look at this and see what we've got. I think it's going to be a pretty complicated car. So let's take out the axe or the chassis. Alright. Oh, and it falls apart like a big bowl of spaghetti. Like they always do. Alright, first of all, looks like the windscreen came out first, so let's check it out. It does have a big crack, so unfortunately I won't be able to buff that out. But I will be able to shine it up. There's that. And then here's one of the doors. That means the other door is going to come falling out. There we go. And these doors have this little red interior, so when I go to strip and paint it, I don't know what it's going to do. So I don't know if those come out. Obviously they went in from the factory, so I don't know if they put them in after the door was built or before. So I'm going to have to investigate that. And the trunk should come out, I would think. And the hood. Oh, I didn't show the hood originally because it didn't open. So the hood will fall out. There we go. And I remember when Juan did his police car for the first responder build, I remember it was a million pieces too for such a little casting. So anyway, let's see what we've got here. And then this rear bumper will come out too. I'll have to investigate that. Let's get in with the interior. Here we go. There's the doggy. Let me bring it to the camera. Not too sure what kind of dog that is. Alright, steering wheel. So the interior's good. And I don't want to harm that sticker in there with the dash. And then let's see what we got here. Okay. So this is pretty involved. So that suspension looks like it's broken. Right there. So I might have to somehow fix that. Alright, so I'm going to continue taking this apart and then see what we've got. So stay tuned. Alright, so here are all the pieces to the Ghia. And like I said, I took everything down to the bare bones. So those little things inside the door just popped right out, which is a good thing. And that little control panel actually came out. And I'm going to glue it back in when I'm done. And there's the front axle mechanism, steering mechanism. And there's the rear. It is broken. I need to figure out how to fix it. Front and rear bumper. And there's the little jewel headlights. Axles with a couple tires missing. And the chassis. And I threaded out where the suspensions go, so I can put it back together. So this is going to be a very, very fun restoration, at the same time a little bit challenging. So alright, so stay tuned as I continue this process. Alright, so here's the Ghia. Actually shined up really good, primered up really good. So excited to paint this thing a nice pretty gold. Of course, paint the base gray. And then here's the other parts. The doors and the hood and everything. So, alright. So stay tuned as I put a coat of paint on this. Alright, so here are all the pieces to the Ghia. I'm going to start the slow process to put it back together. So stay tuned for the final reveal. Alright, so before the final reveal, I just wanted to do a really quick video here. So I fixed the rear axle. It was broken right here, just flopping in there and causing the wheels in the back to be loosed. So I did fix it. So we got suspension now in the back and in the front. You see here we go. And it rolls good. Got the new tires. So, alright, stay tuned for the final reveal. Alright, so let's take a look at this Ghia before the restoration. Missing a couple tires, chip paint, and just all around looking pretty sad. So, let's see where we ended up. Alright, it is time for the reveal of the Ghia. So, this one here, it was really fun to do. A lot of moving parts, very fiddly getting it back together. But anyway, just what I do is I put a little tape on the doors and the hoods and everything in the trunk and make sure it just sets in place. But anyway, so let's see what we did to it. So, beginning with the paint job, got a new fresh gold paint. Chromed out the rear bumper, painted the tail lights red, and the window had 2 cracks in it, so I really couldn't do anything about that, but I did buff it out and put it in pledge. Spruced up the interior, and one thing about this one is I found out in the air cleaner, so once you hold the casting down, I'm going to do it over here so I don't break my turntable. So if you hold the casting down, the hood pops up. That red thing is attached to the suspension so you can see the hood. So while I got the hood open, chromed out the interior, or the engine bay and the engine, and put 4 new tires on it, and I guess that's about it. So anyway, this turned out pretty cool. This is a really cool casting. This is the Ghia. So if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I got a couple more coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned, stay safe, be healthy, and I'll see you on the next one.